Myself Akil Abbas. Today I am going to present on mediation and conciliation, which are two important methods of alternative dispute resolution, also known as ADR. These methods help people solve disputes without going to court, saving time, money, and relationships. First of all, we have mediation. What is mediation? Mediation is a voluntary and confidential process. In mediation, a neutral third person called a mediator helps both parties talk to each other and understand each other's point of view. The mediator does not give a decision, he only helps the parties reach an agreement by mutual consent. The mediation is voluntary and confidential. Mediation is in mediation, a neutral third party, the mediator, assists disputing parties in communicating and negotiating to each other a mutually acceptable agreement. The process is entirely voluntary and remains confidential. Mediation is completely voluntary, which means no one is forced to take part. If the parties want, they can leave at any time. It is also called confidential, so whatever is discussed cannot be used later in court. This creates a safe environment for open discussion. Broad applications commonly employed before or during litigation across various domains, including family, civil, workplace, and community disputes, offering a flexible path to resolution. Mediation can be used in many types of disputes such as family matters, civil cases, workplace disputes, and community issues. It is usually used before going to court or at the early stage of the litigation. Because it is flexible, it is suitable for many situations. Facilitative role. Mediators act primarily as facilitators, guiding discussions and fostering understanding without imposing their own opinions or decisions on the parties involved. The role of the mediator is only to facilitate communication. He helps parties understand each other but never impose his opinion. The final decision always remains in the hands of the parties themselves. Next is what is conciliation? Its core concept. Conciliation is a method of ADR, but it is more formal than mediation. In conciliation, the neutral person is called a conciliator. Unlike mediation, the conciliator can suggest solutions and may also give legal opinions. Uh, Structured intervention, typically utilized after litigation has commenced or when dispute demand a more structured intervention, often involving legal counsel and formal submissions. Uh, Conciliation is usually used after a dispute has become serious or even after litigation has started. It follows a more structured process, and lawyers are often involved in this. This makes it suitable for legal and technical disputes. Proactive role. Unlike a mediator, a conciliator often provides expert advice and suggests potential resolutions, sometimes taking on a role that resembles a judge or legal advisor. The conciliator plays a more active role. He may guide parties by suggesting fair solutions. Sometimes his role is similar to a legal advisor or judge, but the final agreement is still accepted by the parties. Difference between the mediation versus conciliation. Role of neutral party. In mediation, the mediator only facilitates discussion, but in conciliation, the conciliator facilitates and evaluates the dispute. Formality level. Mediation is informal and flexible, but the conciliation is more formal and may resemble court procedures. Timing in dispute. Mediation is usually done before or early in litigation. Conciliation mostly starts after litigation has begun. Legal framework. Mediation is generally guided by the civil procedure laws, while the conciliation is often governed by the arbitration and conciliation laws. Outcome and enforceability. Mediation results in a voluntary agreement. while the conciliation leads to a settlement agreement, which is often enforceable like a court decree. Uh, Next is why are mediation and conciliation important? Efficiency and cost saving. Both mediation and conciliation are important because they provide faster and cheaper justice. Court cases take years, but these methods can resolve disputes quickly, preserving relationships. These methods reduce conflict and help maintain relationships, especially in family and workplace disputes. Confidentiality. Unlike court cases, everything remains private, which protects the reputation of the parties. High success rate. Around 65% of conciliation cases are successfully settled, which saves time and resources. Party empowerment. The biggest benefit is that parties control the outcome instead of a judge deciding for them. And next is real world impact case examples. Family disputes. In family dispute, mediation helps families avoid emotional court cases. In workplace cases, conciliation helps resolve discrimination issues with proper solutions. In consumer disputes, mediation helps people get quick relief without long court battles. Uh, Judicial efficiency. Court also encourage these methods to reduce workload. Process flow है आगे. In this, this flowchart shows how a dispute starts and move towards resolution. First, a dispute arises, then parties may choose mediation. If the issue is more complex, they move to conciliation, which is more structured. Finally, the matter is either settled or goes to court. Uh, then the conclusion choose the right pathway to resolution. In conclusion, mediation and conciliation are powerful tools for dispute resolution. Informed decisions, understanding their differences helps parties choose the right method. These methods save time, reduce costs, and preserve relationships. The future of the dispute resolution lies in cooperation, dialogue, and peaceful settlement. Thank you so much for your time. I will be happy to answer any questions.